Hello and welcome to the N1 Fitness Podcast. I'm your host as always, Marcus Sadu, and today we're going to be clearing up the confusion about whether you need to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat or not. Now, before we dig into our topic today, I just want to let you know that you can access my free fat loss ebook at n1fitness.com. Just type in your email into the pop-up and I'll send it right over to you if you're interested in it. Also, if you're interested in personalized one-on-one fat loss coaching with me, you can head over to n1fitness.com/coaching and you can book a consultation with me and we'll see if you're the right fit for my program. Alrighty, let's dig in. So do you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat? There are two camps or two primary ideas when it comes to fat loss. So one camp says calories don't matter. It's all about food quality and what you eat as opposed to how much you eat. And then the other camp says that calories are all that matter. It's calories in, calories out, and food quality isn't important. As long as you eat in a calorie deficit, you're good to go. Now, the truth is they're actually both kind of right and kind of wrong, and I'll explain why. It's really well established in the research as well as in the real world that calories matter. If you want to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit, meaning you need to be consuming fewer calories than you burn. It's also clear that food quality matters because while you can lose fat while eating a poor quality diet, if you consume fewer calories than you burn, however, hunger is not sustainable. So in order to lose fat and keep it off, you need to pay attention to food quality as well because whole food is just so much more filling and satiating than processed, highly palatable foods. For example, if you need 2,000 calories to maintain your weight, meaning if you eat 2,000 calories per day, your weight will remain stable, so you won't lose or gain weight, 2,000 calories is your maintenance intake. If you eat more than 2,000, you'll gain weight, and if you eat less than 2,000, you'll lose weight. So the person that eats less than 2,000 calories from heavily processed foods like, bagels, burgers, pizza, chips, all that sort of stuff. And the person that eats less than 2,000 calories from unprocessed whole foods like lean meats, fish, potatoes, rice, veggies, fruit, they'll both lose fat. However, the processed diet person will not be able to maintain their fat loss because processed foods don't keep you feeling full and satiated. And therefore, it's only a matter of time until that processed diet person caves and eats more than 2,000 calories in order to feel the same amount of fullness that the unprocessed whole foods person feels from fewer calories. So just to clarify, 2,000 calories from unprocessed whole foods will leave you feeling, let's say, like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 fullness-wise, while 2,000 calories from processed, highly palatable foods might leave you at like a 5 out of 10 fullness-wise. Also, there's the point of the thermic effect of food. The thermic effect of food is just a fancy way of saying how many calories your body burns breaking down a given food. So for example, protein's thermic effect is about 20 to 30%. So if you consume 100 calories worth of protein, you're going to burn about 20 to 30 calories of that 100 just digesting that protein. Carbohydrates have a 5 to 10% thermic effect. So if you ingest 100 calories worth of carbohydrate, you're going to burn 5 to 10 calories digesting those carbs. Fat has the lowest thermic effect, so it's 0 to 5%. So we absorb just about all the fat we consume in our diets. So how does the thermic effect of food play out in the real world? If the processed diet person eats 350 calories of their 2,000 from protein, which is pretty typical because processed diets are typically lower than protein, but then the unprocessed whole foods person eats 700 calories of their 2,000 from protein, the processed diet person will only burn about 70 to 100 calories breaking down and digesting that protein, while the unprocessed whole foods diet person will burn double that, so about 140 to 200 calories breaking down that protein. One more thing with the thermic effect of feeding, a lot of the fiber we eat isn't fully digestible, meaning we don't extract all the calories we consume from fiber-rich sources of food. So the person eating a higher fiber diet versus a lower fiber diet is different. The person eating higher fiber is going to absorb fewer total calories than the lower fiber person. Now, you might be thinking the thermic effect of feeding and the fiber thing are only small differences, but the truth is they absolutely add up over the course of days, weeks, and months. So if there's a difference of, say, 150 to 200 absorbable calories per day, that's an extra 1,000 to 1,400 calories per week, or 4,000 to 5,000 calories per month that the processed food person is storing that the unprocessed person isn't. So 4,000 to 5,000 calories is no joke. So circling back around, do we have to be in a calorie deficit to lose fat? Absolutely. Can you lose fat in a calorie deficit while eating poor quality food? Technically, yes, but you're not going to be able to maintain those losses due to the processed diet not being very satiating or filling. So it's just a matter of time until you gain that weight back because you're going to be hungry. Meaning, food quality and food quantity both matter a lot when it comes to fat loss. Also taking into account the differences in the composition of the diet, so protein intake and fiber intake, that also makes a difference like we chatted about, which could conservatively equate to an extra 4,000 to 5,000 calories absorbed per month with the processed diet. Now, can you gain weight while eating an unprocessed whole foods diet? Of course. It's just harder to do because unprocessed whole foods are a lot more filling than processed foods. So most folks spontaneously eat less while still feeling full because of the satiety effects of the quality diet over the processed diet. For example, what's going to fill you up more, right? Like 600 calories worth of turkey breast, potatoes, and vegetables, or a 600 calorie burger. Most burgers are actually probably more than 600 calories anyway, so like 3/4 of a burger. Hands down, the whole food meal of the turkey, potatoes, and vegetables is going to be a lot more filling. And again, hunger isn't sustainable, so filling foods are your friend when it comes to fat loss, and of course, just from a health standpoint as well. Also, volumetrics is something. So volumetrics is just the volume of food you eat per calorie, basically. So the burger is going to be X size, whatever size a normal burger is. But the turkey breast, potatoes, and vegetables is going to give you a lot more food volume than the burger is, even though they equate for calories. So this volumetrics concept leads to fullness as well. It's just like the amount of food that goes into your stomach really impacts the amount of fullness that you feel. So in closing, do calories matter? Yes. Does food quality matter? Yes. And if you want lasting and sustainable fat loss, you have to pay attention to both because you're not going to be able to maintain your fat loss on a processed foods diet, and yet you still need to address the quantity on an unprocessed whole foods diet as well. So I hope that cleared up the quality versus quantity conversation for you guys. If you guys have any questions about that or any other concepts, feel free to message me on Instagram at N1Fitness or on Facebook at Marcus Sadu or at my business page on Facebook at N1Fitness as well. Again, if you're interested in personalized one-on-one nutritional coaching or workout programming, you can check out the website at n1fitness.com, which is linked below, and book a consultation with me. You can also follow along on Instagram at n1fitness, where I put out daily tips, and feel free to friend me up at Marcus Sadu on Facebook as well. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode. See ya.